Good morning, everybody. I am going to do a One Piece chapter manga review. It will be 744. Now, before I get into this review, I am into One Piece for a very long time, for a little while. I just got back into it around the freshman year of high school. I used to read it back in middle school, but now I wasn't so focused on it until I got to a point to see where a chapter where Luffy was about to be killed, and I go like, oh no, that is not going to happen. So I decided to start from freshman year and start reading from there. And here I am, and I kept reading and reading, and here I am. I'm gonna do the newest chapter, One Piece review. It will be 744. Hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Okay, previously last week's chapter, it gotten really intense. Like Soldier Song was Kiro's, and then he ends up chopping out Doflamingo's head, and then at the end of the chapter, we find out that Lucy ends up doing a devastating move which destroyed the entire stage, and that was pretty crazy. And honestly, I was like pretty shocked about that. And this time reading this chapter, it's kind of crazy right now. Alright? I mean, really crazy. Can't wait till I do this review. Okay, from the beginning, it starts up with the stage being destroyed. Everyone's ends up evacuating. Bartolomeo is like being hanged on by Rebecca. And he's like, don't hold on to me. I'm like, haha, that's kind of funny right there. And by that time, Jesus Burgess seems to struggle a bit, including Diamante. He ends up saying, my strength. He says, I think it might be fading away. I don't know what's going on, but this is what This is what I'm seeing right now. What I'm thinking. Sorry if I got the wrong idea. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Diamante says, hey, I'm not gonna. Ends up looking at Lucy and say, I'm not gonna give you that fruit, man. Not even one cursed damn thing. Then Lucy ends up imbuing his hands with hockey, opening the chest, and he ends up eating the fruit. And after that, he goes like, disgusting. I can't believe it's that bad. I go like, well, devil fruits are never meant to be very tasty nowadays, huh? Especially in the world of One Piece. And then he decides to use a signature move, which is like really exciting because I have not seen that move in the manga for like how many years? Like back in the Whitebeard War or something. He can attack. I'm like, ooh, that's pretty awesome right there. That's pretty awesome right there. And he became the winner of the Coliseum, which is pretty intense. And by the time Nico Robin ends up ends up facing the guy that ends up using an ability that could form a chain or something. I'm going like, oh, this is going to be very interesting right here, you know? And the giant, while the Tontadas are like carrying Usopp away, or should I say Usoland, they call him. It's pretty hilarious. Like, oh, we're gonna like get you out of here. Giant picks him up. Oh, look at here, everybody. This is like our savior. If most of these people who were stuck in for 10 years, we would have been like slaves for 10 years. Now put him up. Ceiling comes crumbling down. Everyone thinks that he's like some kind of messenger from heaven. I'm like, come on, Doc. Are you really that blind? Come on, like, seriously? I was just laughing right there. And by that time, Usopp's like saying, hey man, I'm going to lead you. Now, can you put my ass down? My face is bleeding and my body is really aching and starting to hurt. I'm like, yeah man, I know you took a beating, so it's you got the right to tell him that. Then by that time he tells him, destroy the factory and then save my little friends behind my back. And with no second thoughts, they just do it. I'm like, ooh, dang man, I guess Usopp has his ways of doing things. Way crazy things the way how he's doing things, you know? And then, sorry for taking a little long right there, forgive me. And later, we end up seeing Sabo's face. I'm like, wow, man, he is totally different. And with that scar in his eye, or left eye, I believe, yeah, it's pretty. He has a cool face. No offense, dude. He's really cool. By that time, before we got into the face, just like, oh man, I guess it's really hard to control this thing. I'm like, dude, you just got in the fruit. any first-time devil fruit users, I'm pretty sure it'll be hard to control from the beginning. You just gotta keep practicing and training, you know? It's only natural. It's pretty cool. And then the reason why, then Rebecca asked him, oh, why are you doing here? Where's the previous Lucy? He said, oh, that's Luffy. That's my younger brother that plans to be the Pirate King. I'm like, pretty cool. I mean, and I'm his older brother. He's my younger brother. Asking him, why are you here? He said, we are here because we had to destroy the weapons in the factory that's been promoting wars. And I go like, whoa, I know the revolutionaries have been going against the government, but I'm guessing like anything that causes pain and discretion in any other islands that's been like causing death and pain or wars or battles, I guess it's the revolutionaries' job. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had that kind of ability. And then Sabo's like this number 2 commander, and then we end up getting a message from Koala saying, oh, we sent a lot of people here, but most likely they have not come back, and it's been a while. Sabo says, I'm pretty sure the weapons are around here. It'll be a great souvenir for Dragon Sign. I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, cool. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting. Then we get to the scene where Kiros is fighting. Buffalo ends up saying, oh, he's only one leg. Then he gets his ass whooped hella hard, and I'm like, dude, even though he's one leg, you still don't want to fuck with this guy. Period. That's it. By that time, the girl who ends up having a lot of boyfriends gets killed. I forgot her name. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I mean, this is pretty intense right now. Pretty intense right now. By that time, we go to Luffy with Violet-sama, Violet-chan, going to Law, and then he goes like saying, oh, hey, Law, I'm going to save your ass or something. And then Law says, hey, man, what the hell are you doing here? You got nothing to do with me right now. And sorry to let you know, our alliance is over. And then Luffy says, what? You just shut up, all right? I'm the one that decides that the alliance is over. If it's over, we're fucking enemies again, you know? I'm like, yeah. And then Law says, you let me escape, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like thinking, dude, he's trying to save your ass, and you didn't have to threaten him right there. Otherwise, he'd beat the crap out of you. And besides, I go like, where's your sword? And so forth, you know? And by the time Luffy's like, I can't. He's all saying, hey, hold your ass still. I'm trying to get these cuffs off of you. And then Law says, are you even listening to me? Violet's just watching. Oh, be careful. I'm like, oh gosh, just too hilarious. Speaking of which, out of nowhere, the floor ends up rumbling up and down, and ends up seeing Pika. And I go like, I'm guessing he ran away from Zoro by that time. And Doflamingo, I'm surprised he's still even talking, even with his head chopped off. I guess this guy is full of surprises and why he's really much of a threat. And now he's like saying, this is a very bad situation right now. Time to use the birdcage. I go like, the birdcage? Log ends up, oh shit, what is that? Oh shit, the birdcage? Now that right there is pretty intense, you know. This chapter is pretty cool. All I know is what's going to happen in the next few chapters. Is Zoro going to get lost or something? Where is he right now, overall? And according to here in this situation overall, like, nothing much what's going on, but some good progression overall. Always wondering where Sanji is, you know, but I'm pretty sure he'd be fine along with Nami, Chopper, Broken, Caesar, and the little samurai guy. Hopefully, like, everything seems to be in check right now, but overall, don't really know what this birdcage is going to be about. And I've been thinking, where's Fujitora, you know? But speaking of which, of what can happen in the next chapter, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, this birdcage thing is like, might have been like a plan B or emergency backup plan. Pretty intense right now. Crazy chapter, people. I loved it. Spat out my reaction, and overall, nice to see Sabo, man. Pretty awesome detail right there, you know. By that time, we're gonna. Hopefully, there might be another chapter next week. I've been hearing some other things like only one chapter per week, and so forth. And hopefully, it might come out. And overall, this is my first time doing a One Piece manga chapter review, chapter 744. Overall, I'll give this one like 4 out of 5. Pretty awesome detail, good progression. hoping to see what's happening with the other characters, and man, pretty intense. The birdcage, what's going to happen? This is going to be intense. I am Alpha Zero Forum. Have a good awesome day, people. Later.